Shalom, shalom. I just want to welcome everyone to the Sabbath Day conference call. And this is Barbara serving as your host today. And also Catherine is with me today. And she will be your co-host. We just want to invite everyone to go to the website, lunarsabbathday.com, for more information about the Sabbath. Today, our topic is right here, the title, When was the first new moon? And to answer this question, first understand that Bara and Asah are two different Hebrew words that describe the creation story. When was the first new moon? When was the moon created? And when were the heavens and earth created? So here are a few good questions that we're going to try to address them today in this video. And here is Genesis 1:1.
In the beginning, Elohim created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of Elohim moved upon the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Darkness, an actual segment of time, preceded day one of creation week. That is to say that the very first day of the very first month in Earth's history was dark. No light preceded this day. Why should we expect subsequent months to be any different? The first day of the first month, or moon, was dark. The first month began with a new moon.
That's right. And in the scripture, anywhere you see the word moon, originally it said month. Well, when the heavens and earth were created in Genesis 1:1, was that a separate space or time event? In Genesis 1:1, it says, in the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. And that word beginning denotes time. So why would the Creator create a week without creating a month to put it into? New Moon Day is always the beginning of each month, day one. And this calendar here to the left shows you the phases of the moon, and they show when the Sabbaths are. And here to the right is a lunar solar calendar showing the first day as New Moon Day. So the heavens and the earth were created, Bara, and that is H1254. Essentially, out of nothing is what it means. Could there be two first days in Genesis chapter 1? The first day of the month and the first day of the week. Tradition or scripture?
A week and a month are two separate units of time with two different counts, 7 days and 30 days, respectively. Tradition teaches that the first day of the week and the first day of the month start at the same time. Nothing in Scripture mandates that they start at the same time. In fact, Scripture appears to be at variance with what tradition teaches in this regard. Must the week and the month start at the same time?
If day 4 was the first new moon day and day 7 was the first rest day for Adam, there would only be 3 days between them. The moon wouldn't be in the first quarter phase yet, but it had only been around for 3 days. So how do we arrive at 7 days between new moon and Sabbath if new moon was on day 4? And you can see here the weeks are separated by 7 days each between each phase. If the moon was created on the 4th day, as some suppose, well, that would mean that the 4th day is a new moon day, or the beginning of a new month. This, of course, would be impossible because you cannot have the first month underway for 3 days and nights if the sun and moon, which defines the days and nights, did not come into being till the fourth day. Therefore, we can reasonably conclude the moon was created in the beginning, as it states in Genesis 1:1.
Do all the runners in a relay race start running at the same time? No, of course not. The first runner hands off the baton to the second runner, and the second to the third, and so forth. In a similar fashion, it is not possible that the first day of the month, i.e., the new moon, hand off the chronological baton to the first day of the work week and the sixth day of the work week to the seventh day Sabbath, etc. This obviously would prevent new moon worship days from falling on work days.
So when was the moon created? When do most Sabbath keepers believe the moon was created? Well, it's not surprising that I myself thought the same and taught this in Sabbath school and to the children, that 98% of all believers think that the moon was created on the fourth day. The reasoning is based on the verses in Genesis 1:14 through 19.
Creation Day 4, Genesis 1:14 through 19. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day.
So create and made are two different Hebrew words. What escapes most Christians' understanding is that Genesis 1:14 through 16 tells us that the sun and moon and stars were made or appointed. Asah, Numbers 6:2-13. On day 4, they were not created, Bara, H1254, in the sense of no prior existence. So created is essentially out of nothing, that's bara, and made can carry the same meaning of advanced upon or appointed, and that's asah. And here we have it again. Jehovah made asah, number 6213, or appointed the sun, moon, and stars for his timekeeping purposes. Just as a member of a church might be made or appointed as an elder, doesn't not mean he did not exist before the appointment was made. And so, too, the appointment of the sun, moon, and stars to their timekeeping purposes on the fourth day does not preclude their prior existence. The sun and the moon were created in the beginning, not on the fourth day. Their timekeeping purposes were revealed or made known on the fourth day.
Genesis 1, verse 16 states that the greater light, the sun, was to govern the days, and the lesser light, the moon, was to govern the nights. The sun is an integral part of of what constitutes the day, since it governs the day. How can you have the first 3 days of the first month without the sun governing and not contradict Genesis 1, verse 16? And Elohim made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day. Genesis 1:16.
Okay, and in similar fashion, how can you have the first 3 nights without the moon, which governs it? And Elohim made 2 great lights, the lesser light to rule the night, Genesis 1:16. So Genesis 1:5b, 8b, 13, and there was evening and morning the first day, the second day, and the third day, etc. 3 days could not have passed before the sun and moon were created. In Job 38, we're told the morning stars sang together when the foundations of the earth were laid. The stars, and that's Kowkab, number 3556 of Job 38:7a, are described by the same Hebrew word as the stars, Kowkab, number 3556 of Genesis 1:14 through 16. So it's the same stars. How can the stars be singing when the foundation of the earth was laid, Genesis 1:1, if the stars had not been created until the 4th day? They were there, the foundation.
Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and earth. The word beginning denotes time. You cannot have the first day of the month or the first 3 days of creation, which are time-related events, without planetary motion. Time has always been kept by the sun, moon, and stars. So, since time began with the creation of the heavens and earth in the beginning, then it stands to reason that the sun, moon, and stars were in place at that time, although the sun was not lit till the next day. The first day of every biblical month is the new moon day, Rosh Chodesh. You cannot have a first day of the first month without a moon, the first new moon day.
So I hope this video was helpful to you to explain Bara and Asah. And we have done this whole video. It's on teaching that Dan Hume did. I hope you'll go watch this When Was the Moon Created YouTube video in the beginning or day 4. It covers all the creation days and all your questions that you might have. So I hope you'll go and watch that. And also the complete article is in the link below. So thank you for being here today, and thank you, Catherine, for being my co-host. So I hope we'll see you all back again next week. Thank you.